Welcome back. If this is your first time here on this channel and you experience any kind of issues with playback, please check out the link in the description to my Mirrored account on BitChute.com, redpill_McKenzie. Now, in today's video, we're picking up where we left off. We're now in week 4 plus of December 2018. That's right, the last week in 2018 with the high level resignations. Talking CEOs, CFOs, COOs, heads of state, police chiefs, you name it. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a new week until we catch up. And boy, oh boy, is it coming in hot. But anyway, real quick, where do I get the names from, right? Well, I get them from a site called resignation.info, maintained by Resignation Anon. And despite the meme I just showed you, there are actually a lot of good people on this list. Not everyone on this list is a bad person. We've seen a bunch of those, but even still, not everyone's going to be indicted. Go ahead, check out the link to the indictments if that's something you haven't seen already. There's also a feature when you're on the site where you can report resignations, of course. Anything not on the list since September 2017, or if it's just brand new, go ahead, put the link to that news article, submit it. Once it's been verified, it'll be added to the list. Now, get this though. If it's new and it's notable, chances are you're going to see it on the next Resignation show. Every other Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. German time, with the next show being on April 28th. Yes, you just missed yesterday's show, but I'll show you how you can find that. But anyway, it's hosted on a channel called In Real Life News. I'll put the link to their channel in the description so you can catch the next show. Or if you're hanging on the website already, boom, Resignation show, and bam, In Real Life News, link up with them or catch up with any of the episodes you may have missed, like, say, yesterday. But anyway, now that that's taken care of, let's get to the names. We have the anti-ISIS envoy to the U.S., Brett McGurk. We have the Chancellor to the Tower Hamlets Council in the U.K., Mohammed Harun, resigned due to allegations of housing fraud. We have the Director to the Anglican Center in Rome, Italy, Archbishop Bernard Tahori. He resigned over sexual misconduct allegations. We have the CEO to Credit Suisse Group AG in Saudi Arabia, Abdulaziz bin Hassan. We have the CEO to Mobike in China, Hu Weiwei. We have the chairman to Migdal Insurance Company Limited in Israel, Oded Sarig. We have the CEO to First Line Schools in the U.S., Jay Altman, retired. We have the governor to Puebla in Mexico, Martha Erica Alonso. She died due to a helicopter crash. And also the senator to a senator from Mexico, Rafael Moreno Valle Rosas. He died from the same helicopter crash. We have the chairman and we have the CEO to Drake and Skull International PGA SC in the United Arab Emirates. Pause if you need to read those names. We've got the CEO to Israel Railways in Israel, Shahar Ayalan. He was fired because of overcrowding on trains and malfunctions in the New Jerusalem line and the company's heavy losses during that time. We have the CEO to Omnicom Media Group in the U.S., Barry Couples. We have the Minister of Education of the Taiwan government, Jia Juinrong. We have the CEO to Mission Hospital in California, Tarek Salaway. We have the General Counsel to Civista Bank Shares Inc. in the U.S., James Maguki, retired. We have a Director to Cadman Holdings Inc. in the U.S., Bart M. Schwartz. We have a CEO to Louis Tricart Memorial Hospital in South Africa, Irene Malachi. She was suspended. Irene was suspended after the institution was embroiled in controversy with patients accusing the staff of ill treatment. Just a few months prior, workers went on a strike calling for Dr. Irene to resign, accusing her of corruption, maladministration, and nepotism. We have the CEO to the YMCA of Central Massachusetts in the U.S., Catherine Hunter, retired. We have the president to Jabil Circuit Inc. in the U.S., William Peters, retired. We have the commissioner to Bexar County in the U.S., Paul Elizondo. He died at the age of 83, and the death was, quote, unexpected. We have the partner to Evershed Sutherland in the U.K., Geraint Thomas. Died at the age of 47. He was found dead. Former complaints were made about his alleged inappropriate behavior at the firm's holiday party back in London. We have the CEO to Raष्ट्riya Bima Company in Nepal, Bir Biram Rayamaji. Close, that's the best I can do. We have the news anchor to KTLA in California, Chris Burrows, died at the age of 43 after a possible overdose. We have the CEO to SBS Transit in Singapore, Ganjue Kiat. We have the CEO to Cherish Holdings Limited in China, Kwak Hoi Chui. We have these two directors to Cherish Holdings Limited as well. We have the CEO to the U.S. Center for Safe Sport in U.S., Shelley Full. We have the Deputy Mayor for Housing and Economic Development to New York City, New York, of course, Alicia Glenn. We have a writer to the Federalist in the U.S., Bree Payton. She died at the age of 26. She was found unconscious and hospitalized with the flu. We have President to Farmers Trust and Savings Bank in the U.S., David Woodcock. We have the CEO to Digicel Group in Jamaica, Alexander Matushka, died at the age of 47. Digicel Group is also linked to Digicel Foundation, which is linked to Dennis O'Brien, who is linked to the Clinton Foundation. Yeah, that's all in the notes right there. So we have the chairman to Save the Children in the UK, Peter Bennett Jones. Go ahead and put anything in the comments. You have anything to expand on that last slide right there. Anyway, the chairman to Save the Children in the UK, Peter Bennett Jones, he resigned and was criticized over the tackling of sexual harassment in the organization. We have the CEO and we have the co-CEO to Bitmain Technologies Limited in China. The CEO retired and was replaced by Wang Haichou. We have the Secretary and Compliance Officer to Shin Trikan Chemicals Limited in India. He was replaced by Sanjay Shureka. We have the Chief to Columbia County Police Department in Missouri, Ken Burton. We have a Director to Procter & Gamble Company in the U.S., Kenneth I. Chinall. We have the CEO and we have the CFO to Connecticut Municipal Electric Energy Co-op in the U.S. Both were suspended and indicted on charges with offenses related to the theft of federal funds. And it's the same here, except both were just indicted on the charges. They weren't suspended in part of their deal with these board members here to the same company. And also, we have a general manager to Norwich Public Communities in the U.S., all into the same thing, but from a different company. But he was suspended and indicted on the same offenses to theft from federal funds. So, continuing on, we have these two assistant inspector generals to the Nigerian police force in Nigeria. They retired. Pause if you need to read the names, because we also have these three police commissioners just on this slide. They also retired. 3 more on this slide. 3 more on this slide, and 2 more on this slide. All of them retired. So we have the finance director to the city of Meriden in Connecticut, Michael Lucas, retired. We also have the city assessor, Deborah Zunda, retired. The purchasing agent, Wilma Petro, also retired. The city attorney, Deborah Moore, retired. The public utilities director, Dennis Waz, retired. And the library director, Karen Rosler, all retired from the city of Meriden in Connecticut. We have the sheriff to Kershaw County in South Carolina, Jim Matthews, retiring. We have the chief to the city of Menahga in Minnesota, Scott Kay. We have the CFO to Prakash Constral Limited in India, Sri Praveen Puroi P. SPP. We have the lieutenant to Rome Police Department in Georgia. I try my best. Richard Pinson. He was fired over a possible hit-and-run incident that injured a 3-year-old girl at a daycare. We have a deputy to Pinellas County Sheriff's Office in Florida, Carlos Felipez. He died at the age of 46. Was found in the backyard with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. I would assume it was his backyard. We have a statutory auditor to Fortis Healthcare Limited in India. Pause if you need to read that, because I'm not gonna. We have the secretary to Pakistan Hockey Federation in Pakistan, Shabazz Ahmed. We have the judge to Harmony in New York, Bruce Skolton, resigned following an ethics complaint filed by the New York State Commission on Judicial Conduct. We have the sergeant to Marion County Sheriff's Office in Florida, Donald Bowie. He resigned because he was accused of strangling a woman. We have the chairman to Rye Township in Pennsylvania, Kenneth Quigley, resigned, noting he has always been a proponent of term limits. We have a director to Sangamon County Health Department in Illinois, Jim Stone, retired. We have the CFO and we have the executive manager of legal services to the Port of Newcastle in Australia, Pause if you need to read those names. We have the Minister of Education to the Iraqi government in Iraq, Shaima al-Hiali. She resigned due to accusations of links to ISIS. We have the founder to the House of Extravaganza Dance Club in New York, Hector Extravaganza, died at the age of 60. We have the sheriff to Wayne County Sheriff's Office in Kentucky, Jeff Kappa, retired. We have the chief deputy to Wayne County Sheriff's Office in Kentucky, Mike Frame, retired. We have the chief to Southampton County Police Department in Massachusetts, Michael Goyette, retired. We have a sheriff to Knox County Sheriff's Office in Indiana, Mike Morris, retired. We have a trustee to Fox River Grove in Illinois, Suzanne Blom. She resigned and noted that she was going back to nurse school. We have the CEO to Akron Canton Airport in Ohio, Rick McQueen, retired. We have a judge from Franklin County Probate Court in Maine, Richard Morton, retired. We have a spokesman to the Vatican, Greg Burke. We have a deputy spokesman to the Vatican, Paloma Garcia Ovejero. We have a director to Belmont County Election Board in Ohio, Bill Shubat, retired. We have a spokeswoman to the U.S. Defense Department in the U.S., Dana White. We have the construction minister to the Israeli government in Israel, Yoav Gallant. He resigned and went off to work for the Israeli government in a different position. Doesn't say what the position is. We have an accountant to the Consulate General of India to the United Arab Emirates, Rinaj Ravindran. He died at the age of 35. He committed suicide due to health issues. So, don't forget, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a new week, and now we're busting into 2019. Also, don't forget to link up with In Real Life News. Here's the link right here if it comes up at the right time. And as always, if you like my content, go ahead and please share, because sharing's caring. And if you haven't already yet, go ahead, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. So that way YouTube has no choice in what kind of content, at least that's what I'm told, of what kind of content of mine that you get to see. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you all. God bless you all. This is Red Pill McKenzie.